Monument, that's what they call this.
What is it?
Monument Hill.
Okay.
You could walk around the perimeter of it at different levels, and you'd come there, you'd see looked like coal, but it wasn't exactly coal yet. You'd pull it out, and they're big tropical leaves. You could pick them up, they're just like beautiful leaves. And there's one time we were investigating that, and then we started home, and we ran across a porcupine. It's a big one. Well, I had a scout hatchet. That's the only weapon we had with us. We didn't have a gun with us at that time. So they started, the other guys had sticks, and they'd chase that poor porcupine. He'd go up one side, and they'd hit him, and they'd come back, and I'd hit him with a hack, or finally we killed him. And so we were going to take it home. So we took our belts and put them together and made so they could drag him. And the thing must have weighed 50 pounds. We drug it about 100 yards, and they decided that's not going to work. So they decided that they would cut his tail off and just take the tail. Well, that tail was too tough, we couldn't cut it. So Jim Garrett takes a bunch of quills and put them in his hat.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's fun, that's fun. Yeah.
That's so human.
Yeah. Then we were up there one time. We were on the other side of Monument Hill, and there's sort of a nice field. In fact, is when we were scouting, we went there after working on the merit badges on top of the hill. We came down there, and we had a football game, and Art Bloom was our scoutmaster, and we had a pile up. Somebody was tackled and so forth, and all of a sudden everybody got up in a hurry because there was a rattlesnake in the bottom of the pile.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so we killed. That's when we found out about how to do that.
Lots of people started talking about what to do about rattlesnakes.
He took it and did the skin there on his belt. That's what we found out how to do that.
Oh.
But
that's one way to find out.
We were out there hunting, and we bumped into this little kid, all by himself. He's about maybe 7 years old. He had a gun, and we went to. They had a spring there. We went to the spring and had some water to drink, and there was a magpie, I think, flying across, and this kid goes to shoot it, and he goes, "There's my head." He pulled the trigger. If that gun had gone off, you wouldn't have me. It was a bad gun, and it didn't. The bolt didn't move fast enough for it to set off the cartridge.
Wow.
So we took the gun away from him, and we took him home, took him to his house, and told his mother and father what took place. So, but that scares you.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of things that can happen just by accident, you know, and that aren't fair.
That's right.
And there's no rhyme or reason to it, you know. Somebody else, you know, has a gun, and I have dreams like this. I had a dream about Dave, you know, and he was shooting a bazooka or something like that out of, like, you know, at Marquette and the ROTC program, and you know, and he shot it, and he didn't think that anything was in the, you know, it was like empty, you know, and it wasn't, you know, that kind of thing, you know. You just don't know when those things are going to happen, but thank God, you know, I think that I wrote in a letter to you for your, I don't know what wedding anniversary it was, but something about the fact that I don't think it's an accident that we're all here, and that everything has happened the way it's happened.
Right.
It's not an accident.
No. Well,
all those little things, you know.
I've been thinking, like in the service, all the times when the guy was next to me and he was killed and I wasn't even touched.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The one that really bothers me was that Christmas morning on the 1944. I had to go down to the 3rd Battalion command post and find out what the situation was, so anybody could feed the tankers a turkey dinner. And I was coming out from Zellenberg down to Benweir,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of Israelmen coming from Middleweir, and we joined together. Well, this young guy, he had on a beautiful, real brand new uniform, spotless. And I guess he's probably 18 years old. And he insisted on taking the lead because he was a scout, a messenger, carrying a messenger. And so he took the lead. Well, that town was pretty well devastated.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything standing in it. So we were going through the rubble. The Germans held 351, so they were up there. They could see all the time, a lot of the time. So when we got down this one, there was this gap about from here to the front of the house, where there was nothing there. And he was taking the lead, and there was one shot, and it was over. And it was Christmas Day, you know.
You know what though, Daddy? You know how many times you prayed for him?
Yeah, I do.
You know, so God knows that, and you know, it's weird. We know, you know that. The problem is that my kids don't, and there are people out there that don't understand the sacrifices that go in.
Yeah. Well, to get back to this, all these things that happened to me. Mom and Dad were praying for me.
Yeah.
And Marion and Sister Mary Jude and 1,500 nuns.
Yeah.
That might have a little help.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it had a lot more to do with it than you think.
Yeah, I think. I hope my kids.
I hope they don't have to go through that, you know.
Yeah. Well, we should probably go to bed, huh?
Yeah.
So that you don't have to get up and.
It's
it's after 12.
It's only 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah.